KVGC News Time, 7 minutes after the hour. Good morning, everyone. Time for a look at the latest on the local scene. Well, County Clerk Kim Grady faced questions from the Board of Supervisors in the wake of a June primary election that saw many polling places run out of ballots. Grady described efforts to get more ballots to polling places and the use of copied ballots and sample ballots for voting. Board Chair Lynn Morgan, who currently trails her challenger in the election, raised the possibility of the election results being contested. Grady said that about 400 votes were left to count as of Tuesday morning. The board also approved changes in the speed limits on a number of county roads. Speed limit increases on Comanche Road and Ridge Road, and decreased speeds on Climax Road, Clinton Road, Kern Road, and Shenandoah Road. Supervisor Richard Forrester was the only vote against the changes, saying he objected to the increased speed on Comanche Roadway. The supervisors also approved the county's budget for the 2018-2019 fiscal year. The county plans on spending $96 million in total for the year, including $43 million from the county's general fund. And a new gas station in Pine Grove and the potential rezoning of land outside of Ione to heavy industrial dominated the discussion at the Amador County Planning Commission last night. A proposal to rezone 1,150 acres from agricultural to heavy industrial outside of Ione was met with heavy criticism from members of the public. No specific project was attached to the rezone of the land, which has been designated as industrial in the county's updated general plan. Heavy industrial zoning allows for a host of potentially problematic uses such as mining, junk and wrecking yards, and oil refining. Members of the public raised the specter of all of these uses being placed on the property. At the request of the applicant, the item was continued, so no planning commission discussion or vote on the item was held. The item will be continued to August, and the commission then approved a new gas station at the Pine Grove Market. The facility will include 12 gas pumps, a car wash facility, and an outdoor dining area. 2 old buildings on the site will be demolished to make way for new projects. And Amador County Veteran Service Officer Terry Sanders will be at the Pine Grove Veterans Hall in Pioneer today from 8 to 4. This is the final month of a 3-month pilot program proposed by Supervisor Lynn Morgan to bring assistance to veterans in the upcountry that may have trouble traveling to the Veteran Service Office on Sutter Hill. The final date of the pilot program will be Wednesday the 22nd. Make that Wednesday the 27th. The Board of Supervisors will then meet with Sanders and decide whether or not this will become permanent. Pioneer Veterans Hall is located on Buckhorn Ridge Road.
And PG&E has alerted customers across Northern California about a new policy that'll cut electricity to certain neighborhoods during extreme fire weather conditions. Now, the wildfire safety alerts went out to homeowners in high wildfire threat areas to notify them of the policy. Those areas include Amador County through El Dorado Hills up through Placer County. It also includes large areas of Napa and Sonoma counties. Customers were told to be prepared for when the alerts go into effect and that the power could be abruptly cut off. PG&E is talking about using these preemptive power outages specifically during the threat of wildfires like the ones that destroyed nearly 250,000 acres in the North Bay last October. PG&E spokesman Matt Nauman says this is something the utility will do as a last resort, adding the intention is to give customers a 48-hour notice, come back again at 24 hours to tell them this may be coming, and tell them officially it's going to happen about 4 to 6 hours ahead of time. PG&E urges customers to keep their contact info up to date for emergency text, emails, and phone calls to be notified of any planned outages. The announcement comes on the heels of last week's CAL FIRE report that tied PG&E to a dozen of the wine country wildfires last year. That conclusion opened PG&E to lawsuits and potential damages in the billions of dollars.
Well, Monday afternoon, the Jackson Fire Department came to the aid of a stranded dog. But this wasn't any ordinary rescue. According to the JFD, a call came in on Electra Road for a dog stranded out in the rapids of the McCullamy River. Jackson firefighters arrived and found the dog, Sarge, approximately 50 feet offshore, stranded in between two strong currents. 2 members of the JFD were able to suit up and swim out to the dog, while the other members provided shore-based safety. They were then able to bring Sarge back to shore safely and reunite him with his owner. The Jackson Fire Department would like to remind everyone to use safety when around fast-moving water, and remember that river flows are very high right now and are very unpredictable. Always use flotation devices and know your limitations. The water is also extremely cold. Now, on a side note, the Jackson Fire Department is an all-risk fire department and are able to assist whenever and wherever is needed, along with all the certification and training. They also have a large complement of rescue equipment for all situations.
And the 2018 season of monthly Calaveras Grown Certified Farmers Markets continues this week, Thursday, at the Master Gardeners Demonstration Garden at the Government Center in San Andreas. Now it runs from 4 to 6 tomorrow and features a wide variety of products from local farms in Calaveras County, including fresh veggies and herbs, olive oil, honey, baked goods, eggs, fresh flowers, and more. And it's always a family event with members of the Calaveras band Vintage Vibrations playing jazz, swing, and Dixieland, as well as free activities for kids in the Children's Garden. The event is free and sponsored by Mark Twain Medical Center. The market is held on the second Thursday each month from 4 to 6. The next dates, July 12th, August 9th, and September 13th.
And remember, Pacific Gas and Electric and Vulcan Construction closing Peak Street to all traffic today and tomorrow. All vehicles and pedestrians are required to take an alternate route. Even residents entering and exiting the Peak Hill area must follow the detours today and tomorrow. And that's a look at local news on a Gold Country Wednesday morning. From the KVGC News Center,
I'm JD.
And I'm Jim Grady reporting, reminding you for the latest news, traffic, and weather 24 hours a day to visit our website, kvgcradio.com.